Hey guys, Mr. Everything here, back with another video. And today's video is going to be slightly different. It's going to be a Blu-ray unboxing slash review. And I bet you guys are wondering, well, why do you have three movies here? So this is kind of special. This is like the Mark Wahlberg, Peter Berg, uh, unconnected non-fiction true story trilogy that they have done together. It's just amazing. I really love these movies. I have lots of thoughts on these movies. I have lots of opinions that I really want to express, and I have them all on Blu-ray, so I'll just kind of do an unboxing even though they're already open. So these are all the movies in order of release date. Lone Survivor, I believe, came out in 2013 or 14, something like that, and then Deepwater 2016 September, I believe, and then this came out in like early January 2017, but it was like early screenings. I think I remember about probably late December for Patriots Day. Anyway, I'm just gonna go in order for Lone Survivor, so I'm gonna move these out the way. So Lone Survivor, so this obviously stars Mark Wahlberg. He plays Marcus Luttrell, which is obviously the lone survivor. And I'm going to go into spoilers here, guys, so please don't get like super mad at me or anything. But these movies are true stories, and most of them have been out for a while, and obviously they're on Blu-ray. So, it's just, I'm going to try to not spoil like, a lot of good parts, but, they're true stories. So, people die in all of these movies. So that's all you need to know, obviously. But, yeah, Mark Wahlberg, he plays Marcus Luttrell. Taylor Kitsch, he plays Michael Murph. Emil Hirsch, he plays Daniel Diaz. And Ben Foster plays Matthew Axelson. I want to make sure I get the name right. But yeah, this movie is great, guys. And the main thing I love about it, and you hear it a lot in the special features, which I love the special features for this movie. Celebration of Courage and Brotherhood of Warriors. And the Brotherhood of Warriors. You hear Brotherhood a lot. And just explaining that real quick. And I'm going to get to the unboxing in a second, but just explain that real quick. These four soldiers, which if you don't know what it's about, the four soldiers, they go on the Al-Qaeda mission. You can see it right here on the back. They go on the Al-Qaeda mission, with the terrorists or whatever. And, they have to, like, secure the land and everything. It's just crazy. And then they're just all together. They're all brothers. Obviously, they're not actual brothers, but the brotherhood and the relationship of them and the cast, they have great chemistry. But you really feel it, and you get this really great vibe, and they always talk about that. Now, I remember in one of the special features, which I'm going to go over in a second, the actual lone survivor, Marcus Luttrell, he talks about how, how obviously they're brothers, and how, when we're shooting, we're not shooting to protect us, we're shooting to protect our brothers, and he's shooting to protect us. And then the next brother's shooting to protect you. So it's all about protecting each other. It's not always about just shooting and protecting yourself. And I love that about this movie. And I love that about the story of Lone Survivor. And obviously there's a book about this and everything. Just to get into the unboxing. Obviously this is a Blu-ray, DVD, digital HD. Mark Wahlberg, tons of bonus features. Includes, interviews with Marcus Luttrell, which it does. It's pretty good. And in the back, so reading off the special features, so you have recreating the firefight. I really like this. I like all the special features, to be honest. I'm gonna get to my favorite in a second, but the recreating the firefight, that's pretty cool. So they pretty much in the special features, they just go over how they recreated everything, how they shot the scenes. You see behind the scenes with the actors, on set and stuff. Learning the basics. This is probably my second favorite featurette. My first one you're gonna hear in a second, but learning the basics literally is just the actors at training camp. I don't know exactly where, but the thing I like about this, and you see it in all three movies, since obviously all three movies people die in, all three movies have survivors, and all three movies have the actual person, the main whatever, always on set with the cast. And Marcus Luttrell is actually pretty prominent person, and you could call him a producer in making this film. He's on set with these actors. You see him with Ben Foster, Mark Wahlberg in this featurette, learning the basics, and he's basically telling them, hey, this is how you hold the gun, this is how you shoot the gun. Like, he's basically telling these actors, you could tell these actors, they are putting in the work. They're learning quick. They're quick learners. They're listening to him. They're not bored. They're not doing no Hollywood thing. He actually says in one of the featurettes, I believe it's the bringing the story to light featurette, or no, Will of the Warrior, I believe. Yeah, Will of the Warrior, but I'm gonna get to Will of the Warrior in a minute. But he says how I was very apprehensive at first. I didn't want to make this story, too many people died. My brothers died, and most importantly. So he's like, they're just gonna Hollywoodize it. They do not especially with Peter Berg being such a great, humble director. He does a great job. But learning the basics, yeah, it's just the actors on set, learning how to shoot, shooting the gun. And then Marcus Luttrell, like I said, is doing a great job showing them how it's done. Showing them how to hold a gun, not holding it like, fake and stuff. They really learn how to hold a gun, how to, whip a grenade out, how to reload, and all of that. But The Will of the Warrior, I really like this featurette too. It's basically a documentary. It shows the life of Marcus Luttrell, and it shows old pictures of him. He's talking actually throughout the featurette, or throughout the bonus feature or whatever, and he's basically telling oh yeah, this is ever since I was a young age, I wanted to be a Navy SEAL. That's the coolest thing ever. You see him growing up. He talks about that, and you see him like driving on the road in a couple shots, and then it shows him like pulling up to the the set of Lone Survivor, and then this is the featurette, like I said, where he talks about how he's apprehensive about making the movie or whatever. But it's just a good featurette. It just gives a story behind the Lone Survivor, which is Marcus Luttrell, played by Mark Wahlberg. Okay, so here's probably my favorite behind the scenes. And this one's very short. It's only like 5 or 6 minutes, and here's where the spoilers get in. So obviously, Lone Survivor, his 3 pals die: Ben Foster, Taylor Kitsch, and Emil Hirsch. They all die. Obviously, the real characters are Ben Foster, he plays Matthew Alexson. Amelia Hurst plays Daniel Diaz, and then Taylor Kitsch plays Michael Murph. So if they all die, and Mark Wahlberg, he's all alone, and then basically these people, they come in and they take him in, and it's kind of a sigh of relief for the audience. I think it's very great because we finally get a break. He's just chilling there. They're healing him up. He's healing all of his wounds. They're helping him. He's taking all his gear off and stuff. He finally gets a break. We finally get a break, and then basically this code is, we take this person in. We're gonna protect them, and I just find that so great. It's just so short. He's the person that actually took the actual Marcus Luttrell, and he explains the code, how they cannot break it, and they had to swear in whoever they choose to protect. And I just find it great. And then bringing the story to light, another featurette just behind the scenes showing stuff. And then the Fallen Heroes Operation of Operation Red Wings. It's 4 like slides. So you go to the Blu-ray menu, you click on the Fallen Heroes of Operation Red Wings. It drops down and it shows 4 slides, and it's 3 of them are for the 3 sadly casualties of Daniel Diaz, Matthew Alexson, and Michael Murph. And it just talks about them. It's just kind of like a bio on them. And then the 4th one is just a whole Navy SEAL thing, just talking about Navy SEAls. But featurettes are pretty good. There's a lot of hours of them. It's really good. But just get into the unboxing. It's pretty normal. This is a universal release, by the way. And that was really long, guys. I'm super sorry. I'm gonna try to make this quicker. So there's that. Digital codes behind. Typical Universal DVD. And then got the Blu-ray. Alright, so moving on to Deepwater. So we got Deepwater Horizon. So this stars, this is about the oil rig tragedy that happened in 2010. If you read on the back here, I'll focus it so you guys can read it. The oil rig explosion that happened on Deepwater Horizon 2010 on the Gulf of Mexico. And this stars Mark Wahlberg, obviously playing another true character here. And I'm gonna get to this in a minute. He actually, all the characters he plays in all this movie, he looks nothing like his characters. In Patriots Day, he doesn't even play a real character, which I'll get to that in a minute. And Mark Wahlberg, he plays Mike Williams in this. It stars Kurt Russell as Jimmy Harrow. Kate Hudson plays his wife, Felicia Williams. Daniel O'Brien, he plays Caleb. Gina Rodriguez, he plays Andrea Felitas, I believe, yeah. And then John Malkovich, he plays like the main antagonist, I want to say. He plays like the corporate douchebag, super snotty. But like I said, I really want to make this quick. I don't want to like make all of these things like 8 minutes. But Blu-ray exclusives, it comes with like a whole hour, whatever. Blu-ray unboxing. I want to get to the unboxing part, So, it's probably the best slipcover out of the 3. It's really shiny, nice glossy. This is a Summit Entertainment / Lionsgate Lionsgate release. So bang, pop that off, got the Blu-ray. Same thing on the back. I actually like it as disc art. Pretty cool. Dang, I mean, I really like this movie. I mean, this and Patriots Day are tied for me. I actually think Lone Survivor is just worse out of it. Not worse in a way where it's bad, but just compared to Deepwater and Patriots Day, I think he really did a great job. This is obviously the more expensive film if you watch it. The color correction, I mean, all the special effects too, if you watch all the behind the scenes, which I'm going to get to in a second. A lot of the fire and explosions, those are all CGI. I mean, get into the special features, explaining, you know, all of them, which is my favorite. So the Fury of the Rig, I believe this one. What it actually says what they are. So it says bringing incredible. I was trying to focus, guys. Sorry for the long pause. So they're bringing the incredible rig and explosion stunts to life. So that just explains like all the explosions, shows some of the special effects. That's pretty good. Deepwater Surveillance. This is probably my worst featurette, surprisingly. It's just really long. It just really drags on. It's really boring. No background music. But it just shows how they shot a lot of those explosion scenes and mainly the mud scenes. They basically covered the camera over with like plastic and stuff. It just shows like the just behind how they shot the scenes. Just really, when you watch it, it's just kind of plain. You know, it's not really much to it. And you have Work Like an American, 8 stories on real American workers. That's pretty cool. On how, you know, oil riggers, you know, work every day. And then Beyond the Horizon is a full hour-long thing. And it's just the whole cast, like pretty much everybody who plays a main character, they explain how they played their character and everything. And that's pretty good. And pretty cool. And, you know, like Mark Wahlberg and everything, they explain their characters. Most of them met the real life characters. And this is probably my favorite one, the Captain of the Rig, which is Peter Berg. It just basically, you know, just talks about the director. He talks about how he came across this project, how he wanted to do it. He even says like, oh, his son wants him to direct a comedy, but he can't because he finds these great stories and he's such a humble and great director, and he feels he has to tell them, in which I agree, because I think he does an amazing job doing it. So, you know, he just, in that one, he just talks about how, you know, he just came across and he just really wanted to do it. And, you know, even the cast, they even praise him and say how he's such a good director, which he is. And that's pretty cool. So, yeah. Now on to Patriots Day. Now, this is hard. Okay, so there's a couple problems with it, even though I think it's tied with Deepwater. Like, just in case you guys want, you know, want me to know which one is my favorite. It's really hard between Deepwater and Patriots Day. It's super hard. But, and Patriots Day, Mark Wahlberg, he plays a fictional character, actually. He doesn't play anybody real. He plays Tommy Saunders. His wife is played by Michelle Monaghan. And they're fictional characters. A lot of people were mad about that. And a lot of people were mad, period, that this movie was made because they felt like it was made too soon. But, you know, just reading the thing, it's kind of like the Deepwater, you know, Blu-ray exclusives over an hour from the director of Lone Survivor, obviously, Peter Berg. Just getting to the Blu-ray unboxing. This is a Lionsgate release. Like I said, I want to try to make these quicker. Mark Wahlberg, same thing. Patriots Day, no discard. Gray DVD, Blu-ray disc. Alright, so just getting into the special features, what I like about this movie. So I like about it, it's really great. It's kind of like oh god, I'm super sorry guys. Ooh, almost knocked over the tripod. So it's kind of like Deepwater, a lot of handheld, a lot of tensity. It's just a lot of tense, and it's just really great. It has lots of tense scenes, and there's, you know, and I only watched it a couple times, like about 2.5 times, I want to say. I really watched the special features over again, and the main, like, explosion scene where it shows the Boston bombing. You know, I watched that over again because it's just so tense and just sad. Oops, I'm so sorry, guys. I had to record another video. The recording cut off. But going back to Patriots Day, you know, it's just great. You know, it talks about strength, about Boston strong, how Boston came together in this event, how the whole world came together. This is an amazing story. Like I said, this is tied with me. You know, I kind of switch back and forth. Some days I'm like, Deepwater's better. And then some days I'm like, man, Patriots Day. But man, this is great. Peter Berg yet again knocks out the park, and the featurettes are great too. Like I said, I don't want to make this super long. Just talking about the featurettes, kind of like I did with the other movies. So you probably can't see it. Let me zoom in. Boston Strong, three stories of courage. It's actually is three people, so I believe is a doctor, and then the other two are Dun Mang, which is played by Jimmy O Yang in the movie. He's just like one of the characters, and then the other characters I'm trying to remember John Goodman's character, which is Commissioner Ed Davis, and it just kind of tells their stories, and they're researching the day. They're just researching the day and everything. And then this one, Boston Bomb, recounting the tale. That's just amazing. Just like going over, just everything again, just about the Boston, what it means. You guys really have to watch it for yourself. And also, I don't want to make the video super long either. But then you also have the real patriots, the local heroes. It just shows the local heroes, the people, just everyday people just stepping up. And then the cast members is all the cast. They're just, just in the chair, just sitting down, just telling their stories, where they were, what they thought about it. And then the actors meet real life counterparts. I think this is a really good featurette. So you have Jimmy O Yang. He meets his character Dun Mang. He actually looks just like him. And John Goodman, he talks with his character. He plays Commissioner Ed Davis. And a lot of the actors actually look just like their characters, especially John Goodman. They just added the little eyebrows, because if you see Commissioner Ed Davis in real life, he has really black long eyebrows. They just added some makeup to John Goodman to make his eyebrows look like that. But all the characters, they pretty much look alike. I mean, in all movies, Deepwater and Lone Survivor, a lot of their characters, like Michael Murph, he looks just like Taylor Kitsch. Like, not exactly, but he looks similar. Whereas Mark Wahlberg, he looks nothing like his characters, which is just crazy. But man, this is great. It's just a great story. Man, I don't want to drag on too much, but you guys get it. Just kind of wrapping it up, you guys. Patriots Day, Deepwater, Lone Survivor. I think you guys need to watch all of these movies. They are all amazing. I recommend you see them now. They're all on iTunes, on demand. When I go to Walmart and Target, sometimes I don't see Lone Survivor so much, but I see Deepwater and Patriots Day on the shelf every time. So there's no excuse. You should see these amazing true stories, all directed by Peter Berg, all starring Mark Wahlberg. Just great movies. Patriots Day, Boston Bombing, Deepwater, the oil rig explosion, and Lone Survivor, the Al Qaeda, mission. It's just amazing, guys. So I 100% recommend this to everybody. I think these are amazing movies. I'm trying to get everything out, and I actually don't write notes when I do these reviews or whatever. So whatever, but thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Be sure to check out my other Blu-ray unboxing for The Fate of the Furious, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.